And welcome everyone to the campus of CU Boulder for this men's lacrosse matchup between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Boise State Broncos. Colorado coming off the back of one of the biggest wins in program history, winning against the number 1 ranked Virginia Tech Hokies, knocking them off the pedestal of number 1 in the most recent rankings, while themselves getting boosted up to number 14. They're taking on the Boise State Broncos, who got a handful of votes in the top 25, but didn't quite make their way into the rankings. So far, about 4.5 minutes gone, no score here at Kitt Field. Boise State looking for possession. They've been knocked away, and the Buffs will scoop it up. A couple whacks laid to the defense. Now here comes Colorado. And Sheena. Here's a shot from Bruce, and he scores! Jacob Bruce gets the first goal of the game. The Buffs lead 1-0. And clean face-off win for Boise State. Broncos have played just 2 games this season. They're 1-1 in their contest and 1-0 in conference play in the MCLA. Buffs play in the RMLC. They don't play their first conference games until after spring break here in Boulder, which is in about 2 weeks. Buffs take control, and they stop play. Force McCarthy going all the way back. Here's McCarthy starting up the rush for the Buffs. McCarthy passing up to Keller. Weston Keller holds on to it. Keller passing over to Nam. McIntyre holds. McIntyre waits, still looking for a shot. In front, Roos scores again as he's taken down to the ground. And it's 2-0 Buffaloes as a flag comes out after the play. Jacob Bruce has the first 2 goals of this game for Colorado. Here comes the face-off. Cleanly won by the Buffs for a moment. Now they'll take possession. Jake McIntyre coming off a 4-goal performance against Virginia Tech. Pass back up top to Nam. McIntyre up to Nam. Nam back over to McIntyre on the far side. Go behind the net. Carlton Colley. Pass in front, McIntyre scores! Jake McIntyre has his first of the game, and the Buffs capitalize on the advantage and take a 3-0 lead. Boise State trying to scoop up the face-off. It's still loose, popped up in the air and grabbed by the Broncos. Still trying to work possession in their favor. Ball's knocked loose, almost scooped up by the Buffs. Boise State had it for a second, and now they do. They're going to solidify possession here and set up their attack. Under 8 minutes to go in this first quarter. Buffs lead 3-0. Nice move. Here's a shot. And a save made by Chandler Naiman. Start play up. Waiting. Looking for a shot. Just sends it back up top. Barreling forward. Past the far side in front. Gets a shot behind the back and he scores. Wow. Samuel Peters with a highlight reel goal behind the back. Gets Boise State on the board. Scooped up by Colorado cleanly off the face-off. It's Mike Kulagowski. He shoots one. Bounce shot misses the net. And the Buffs will retain possession here. Send it out to Reyes. Cross to Shirley. Bruce has 2 goals for the Buffaloes. Sends it down low for Xander Gardner. Gardner lost the ball. Boise State recovers. And they hand it off to the goaltender, Bon Barnett. Whack and a half there from Gardner. Can't draw the ball loose. Boise State allowed to take control. Fakes the centering pass. Now pass to the near side. They go up top with it. About 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. They wait. Back up. On the far side, here's the shot. And off the crossbar. It doesn't count. It got past Naiman, but could not get into the netting. On the far side, Boise State with control. Still looking for a pass, looking for that centering pass. Now just sends it out to the side. Back up top. Going to shove his way in. Now he's hit to the ground. Still has the ball. Still has it. And now the ball finally pops free. Dogfight for it. And the Buffs are able to take control. Up to Carpenter. Fires a cross-field pass. Able to hit it. Up to Nam. Craig Nam. Up top to Keller. Keller passing to Nam. Now McIntyre on the far side. McIntyre holding. Now fires a shot. It just misses the net. And Boise State's defense scoops it up. As they start the rush. And the Boise State player tripped up. And now he loses the ball, able to scoop it up. That's Jack Hunter over there, number 4 for the Broncos. Still has possession. Hunter moves in and fires a pass high over the net to set something up. Looking for that pass down low. They get it. Back to the far side, up top. Here's a fake shot. Now they shoot one. And Chandler Naiman stumbled a little bit, went wide of the net. It's about 3.5 to go in this first quarter. Buffs lead 3-0. Hunter has it in the corner. Hunter backs off, now fires a pass to Peters. In front, he scores. Sam Peters has his second of the game. It's 3-2. And the Buffs will be allowed to take possession off the face-off. Kuligowski hands off to McCarthy. Now Roos. Leaves it back to Micheletti. Ben Shirley looking for a pass. Fresh from the bench, it's Reyes. Reyes charging in. Slows down, goes down low behind the net. Gardner trying to tuck that one in short side. Stop made by the Boise State goaltender. Pass up. Buffs take back possession and they turn it right over. Still loose on the ground though. They fight for it and the Buffs come away with it. Roos scoops up the ground ball. Gall. Back to Colley. Trey Reyes. Reyes. Passing to Roos in front. Behind the back! Carlton Colley scores for the Buffaloes. So the Buffs lead by 2 with about 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Boise State with control. Crossfield pass off the mark, rolling towards the out-of-bounds mark, and the Buffs will be able to take possession as the Broncos turn it over. McCarthy has it. That's knocked off. Carpenter over to Nam. Craig Nam finds a pass to Keller. And the Buffs score once again. It's 5-2. A goal from Xander Gardner. 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Take a pass. Goes down low. Squeezing through the defense, walking right in, and Chandler Naiman makes the save. Able to get it out to Carpenter in the final 20 seconds of this first quarter. Back to Naiman. Naiman now just looks to send it deep. He'll send it to the side for Meade. He'll be the one to try and send it up. It's blocked by the Boise State defense. Ball still loose on the turf and scooped up by the Broncos in the final second. One final shot, it goes in. Will it count? Will it count? Braden McCrantz with the shot. It's going to count. Boise State gets one at the horn.
They got it. You can take us into a break.
And so with that, we'll be back after a quick short break.
Ah, fuck me.
Ooh. Save. Fucking hands, dude.
I got spare. I got spare
hard.
gloves if you need them.
No, I mean, I have gloves on. Like, it's not like it's... I just have gloves on. My hands, they're just... Oh.
Ooh. Who scored it?
Drew McConaughey.
Drew McConaughey.
His first of the year.
Wow.
My God.
Yeah, I don't know whose parents it was, but shout out for them, because otherwise we'd be standing in like 3 inches of snow right now. They lent me that shovel that I used.
Oh, someone?
I didn't tell who it was, whose parents it was. How did that stay in?
Timeout, Boise State.
Much needed. Says it's not charging, so I'm just hoping it'll. Yeah.
Survive?
Yeah. I think it'll just keep it at 14, so I'm not worried about it. They're at the game in Vegas. We're in Vegas. My mom watches that show from Guy Fieri, the Diners, Drive-Ins, and
Triple
Dives.
D. I love Triple D.
Yeah, they went to
A restaurant.
Holy Crepes.
Is that a
It's a place in Boulder.
Yeah.
My mom just told me about it.
Well, the sink is something where guys are also been.
Well, he was in Mon for an episode like the other week.
Oh, well, I mean,
I don't know.
a long time ago he did the sink. There's a bunch of posters when you walk in.
Of Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Like signed stuff, you know.
No, my family binge watches Triple D.
I love Triple D. Such a good show.
Yeah. I haven't heard of Holy Crepes.
Either.
But I'm not really like a French food person.
Ooh.
Go, Mike!
Five.
8-5.
Stop and play. Yeah, 4:44 right now.
I'm 1 second off.
There he is.
Ooh. It's been a fun game.
Sucks I can't call it.
Probably could. I mean, if the Knicks can pick us up this far away, we could probably just speak, you and I.
I can check out half.
Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah, looking good. Ooh. Oh, where is that going?
Good save.
Just under 2. Let's rest.
See, even the score guy got the period wrong because it says period 1 on the scoreboard. It is the second period, right?
Yeah, second quarter.
Okay.
Second quarter.
I thought I was wrong.
Ooh, nice spin move.
That was great. Timeout.
Alright, timeout Buffs.
I can't believe that. I don't know what to do about it. There's nowhere else we could.
There used to be a plug over there, but the hole over there, it just doesn't exist. There's no outlet, but that is the only outlet. There's a distance away.
Do you think like Jake or one of the other players would do things? They can handle it. What?
Yeah.
Oops.
Slipping. Is this?
Well, you're on a slant. Yeah,
It's
we
like-
gotta
it's
we
just-
gotta
it's just-
we gotta fix the
this-
camera.
Oh wait.
You sure it's not this?
No. I'm talking about this. This is sliding.
Yeah, but this is also fidgety.
Oh yeah, that's a tripod issue.
There's always tripod issues.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not a. It doesn't stick well. It's not our fault. It's just shaking. It's whatever.
What a pass. Watch your focus too.
Huh?
Watch your focus on the camera.
Seconds.
.9 seconds. Yeah, I tried to get as much as I could, but like that whole corner I just didn't even bother with.
That's fine.
So we're lucky we had them give us a shovel. We would have had to use David. Ooh. Oh shit. That didn't happen.
ballot.
Oh, on one. Totally didn't do the wrong team.
3 seconds? Dude, that's impressive. Look at that.
And that'll do it. They scored again. They just had to score again. It messed up my graphic. All right. Well, my commentary partner has been warming up. He's not quite here yet, but I'm Nick Evans. I will be taking over hockey streams, but in the meantime, it's me and Alex Roberts for your MCLA action for Colorado versus Boise State. Sorry it took so long to get proper commentary. We have been just marred with one thing or another going wrong, and you know how it is, and we're lucky to have this going for you guys, and it's been a wonderful game so far. It's been a pleasure to fix the stream for y'all, and until Alex gets back, I am producer, commentator, and camera operator, so please forgive me if the clock is a little wrong. But we are well underway here, as I can see Alex hustling back. He should be able to join me on camera just pretty soon. But in the meantime, a lot of storylines for this Buffs team heading into this, and as Alex, I'm sure, will gladly explain, there has been a lot of action in this game, and
for sure,
continuing narratives, and I think you're joining us on camera, right, Alex?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop back onto it.
Yeah, as I was saying, just a wonderful game. I mean, of course, Colorado, as you mentioned, the number one team they just took down in Virginia Tech, and one of our biggest dreams, and it lived up to the engagement that we got. Just a very high amount of scoring and opportunities, and Colorado got right back to it. I mean, they have 10 goals in this game already, and well, we find ourselves in a very competitive game, and I would not count the Broncos so far.
No, they've stuck in it. They've hung around, but the Buffs have stayed in control. McIntyre down in front, they score. Carlton Colley with his second of the evening. 11-6, the lead's 5 for the Buffs.
Beautiful teamwork right there to get that one going. And how about McIntyre? Just the workhorse and the production that he gets day in and day out. I mean, I know we used to do like player of the week instead of play of the week here at Scova Sports, and McIntyre would just be such a good candidate. He produces a lot for this team and makes sure the easy assists are being made, and if you ever catch him before warm-ups, he makes sure his guys are ready to go. And you know, when you have a motivator like that, I can see, if he's not already captain, why he deserves that captainship. He's a part of the captain's team. It's McIntyre, Kuligowski, McCarthy, and I believe Jablonski's the last one. But he is definitely taking on that leadership role. Yeah, very, very vocal locker room, and you know, I'm sure they have that sentiment with the hockey players that we interviewed, where they invite anyone to step up, and well, I mean, they find themselves up 5 because of it, as we just saw off that beautiful work of teamwork right there.
LCU looking to build on a lead. Micheletti scores! Dominic Micheletti gets on the board. It's 12-6.
Nothing to it. You know, that's something I like about lacrosse, is that it can be as simple as you want it to be, and he didn't see any reason to get anything complicated. He saw the open route, ran towards it, did a little bit of stick motion, and well, fired on net. So I do appreciate sometimes just how simple that you can make this game into, and when you view the game like that and you're just able to be so comfortable running in that slot like that, well, you're going to get an easy goal.
There's McCarthy off the face-off, getting possession for Colorado. Hands off to Jacob Bruce. Bruce for Keller. Weston Keller moving right in. Pushed away from the net. Heads to the corner. And now he's stripped down to the turf.
Yeah, Boise State's doing what they really do best. It's just forcing CU to the corners and the edges. CU is so comfortable right in front, and well, using the stick work.
Weston Keller gets a goal.
Until you want him to.
13-6.
13-6, and as I said, just the defensive work that Boise State does to just force uncomfortable looks. Fell through right there. I mean, there wasn't much to it. There wasn't too many bodies in front. Set up a perfect screen to maybe block off the goalie's view, and he knew exactly where he wanted to put it. He wanted to put that low, and, well, he got his ball. So the CU team is very patient. They kind of wait. They have a really protracted approach to this, and, that's something unique that we've seen. When we've seen these other teams come in, they want to overwhelm, where CU takes their time, and when they think that they've got the shot, they will put everything they can to make sure it happens.
Kuligowski taken down off the face-off. Buffs do take possession, though. There's McCarthy. To the far side, finds Gardner. Behind the net, it's Colley. Colley, nice pivot, nice move. Colley back up to McIntyre. He's got two. He's looking for a hat trick, and that one misses the net.
Thought he was going to get it there. He looked so comfortable right there, and I can't see anybody in this team that isn't comfortable, as it looks like we're going to... Oh, no. I don't know if you can see it, but the pylons to indicate the corners are yellow, and I saw a bunch of yellow on the ground, so I thought we got a penalty, but looks like we're going to get some substitutions and a reset here in Colorado's favor. Yeah, I mean, there is not many CU players that don't look very comfortable. I mean, even the defensemen are able to get whatever contact they want down, and as they just maneuver and use the stick however they want. So they really haven't been marred by any kind of pressure from either school that we've seen them play so far.
And they score again. The lead's now up to 8. They score on the advantage. William Gall gets the goal for the Buffs. And they're on a roll here in this second half. They've scored the first 4 goals in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, you really can't let CU get that close to. I mean, they are very quick off the pass, and I've seen them just use the tape measure, get the longest, most lucrative passes that you can imagine. So for Boise State, you have to be aware that that's their strong suit, is just getting really quick and protracted passes. And if you let them get one like that right in the crease, they're going to make you pay. And Colorado wasn't, not too much resistance there. And from Boise State, though, I mean, we've seen them do very well at just denying the one-on-one and forcing these CU attackers to the edge. But it just seems like every time they do, Colorado has an answer and gets it to the middle.
Naaman makes that save. That one went wide. Boise State retains possession. We're looking to start up a rush. Here's Bannister shooting one. And that one missed the net.
I mean, not many have. It seems like every single shot that's been taken so far has been very close on net. We saw a couple amazing saves so far from either goalie, and to have both of them let up a combined 20, says a lot. But
Penalty coming up against the Buffaloes, so Boise State to the advantage.
And we saw them do pretty well in their last advantage, so it's going to be interesting to see how they can get their way back, starting with this kind of possession, and I'm sure they'll use this to the most.
Right in front, they score. Peters gets another one. That's 14-7.
And we talk about the reverse announcer's curse. That was a lot that I heard you guys say in baseball, and yeah, they made the most of their advantage, safe to say. I mean, they waste no time on this team. Their transitions, I think have been a lot better than CU. And while CU is a really, really strong team when they have sustained pressure, I mean, you got to credit Boise State for just how quick they can get it in their own zone. And, sometimes it's just really easy to overwhelm the keeper and get a point-blank pass. I mean, not many keepers in this league are going to be stopping that.
And Buffs will take possession off the face-off after a foul committed by Boise State. McCarthy at the midfield line. Getting whacked at. Just assaulted there at the midfield line, sends it down. Nam chasing it down in the corner, able to pick it up.
Yeah, you can tell he was dangerous. That was just comedic. The literal slapstick comedy where they were just whacking him, one person on each side. So for him to keep possession and keep it rolling for the Buffs, he's been doing great all night with his ability to retain the ball there, as Boise State just takes it back from a good interception.
Back to the keeper, and Vaughn Barnett. Boise State. Moves it across there. Mike Krantz. Over to Bannister. Far side for Hunter. We're going to do the rounds. Mike Krantz. Back up there. Here's Bannister. Here's a shot. That's stopped by Naaman.
Beautiful stop. I mean, you saw him on the ground there. He really put all he could into that, and you know, anticipating has been such a crucial thing when you play lacrosse.
Another big save from Chandler Naaman. And Meade can't grab it. It's still loose. Boise State trying to retain possession. They'll flip it back behind the line. And now scooped up by Peters.
And Chandler Naaman's positioning is just unmatched for any goalie that I've seen so far. He really just anticipates where to be, you know, and sometimes it just feels like he knows where a deflection is going, where he's able to make those body saves just because of, you know, where he decides to put himself when these attacks come on. As there's laundry everywhere, it looks like it's going to be a penalty on. I didn't quite see who, Alex.
It looks like it's going to be against CU. Boise State had possession of the ball, and their player fell down as a result of a whack. You know, it's going to get called.
And I mean, hey, the Boise State is not out of this. 7, as I forgot to stop the clock, 7 goals are just, you know, less than you think in this sport. So, you know, definitely don't count out Boise State, but I mean, when you see how comfortable CU has been, and maybe their discipline every now and then can be a little finicky, but for the most part, it's been very, very nice to see how they can respond to situations like this. And now they're on a man disadvantage, or if that's how lacrosse works.
Here's a shot that gets deflected and go out of bounds. And as a result, the Buffs are allowed to take over. It's Jablonski.
Yeah, it really just underscores how important every single pass is. I mean, that could have just determined the entire advantage that they've got here. So, you know, if you ever think this sport is easy, I mean, one slightly high pass just indicates that is, yeah, that looked a little inside there on the body. I don't think any of that made contact with the stick. It looks like, from my own judgment, we're going to get an advantage here for CU now.
Nam. Behind the Bronco net. It's that pass off to Roos. He's got a hat trick.
Yeah, we've been saying Roos's name all night. I mean, he does a lot for this team, and he's not, you know, McIntyre where we're saying it every now and then, but you really just have to appreciate someone like that and what they bring to the team for their production.
One just off the stick of Weston Keller. Buffs retain possession here. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre shooting one and scores! It's another hat trick for Jake McIntyre. And it's 15-7 Buffs.
Yeah, how about another player that just, you know, he sees this game in 2 dimensions. I mean, he knows the sport. He knows exactly where to stand. You know, he reminds me of Austin Matthews, you know, my favorite hockey team's player, you know. Just knows exactly where to be, you know, and anticipates where the play is heading, and he knows where his spot on the floor is. And he just assumes it very well. And when you have an outlet like that, why not just rip it, you know? And McIntyre, you know, he's the one that makes the sport look easy, but you really had to appreciate, again, just how much that this line brings to this Buffs team.
Ball is loose on the turf once again off the face-off. Micheletti trying to scoop it up for the Buffs, and he takes possession for Colorado. Dominic Micheletti spins, now shoves, still on his feet. Able to get a pass off to Kuligowski.
Yeah, good physical play from Boise State there. It's exactly what they need, is just to get some more bodies in front, and that all starts with just denying these passing opportunities. So I think within transition, that's the best that they can do, is just get some good swings and see what happens, because I were to guess that they're leading in takeaways right now against this Buffs unit.
Here's a shot and a save by Barnett.
Not much to it. I mean, you really have to appreciate, in a sport that doesn't favor the goalie, a goalie do so well.
Out of bounds, and the Buffs are going to take possession back. So Boise State turns it right over. Roos scoops it up, and the Buffs back on the offensive. Here's Keller. Weston Keller. Looking. Keller way behind the Bronco net. Sending pass. Here's a shot and a save made by Barnett.
Another good save from Barnett. I mean, as I said, it's not a sport that favors the goalie too much. So seeing someone like that just be so comfortable and making those good looks and, making those breakaway passes has been really nice to see from both of these units. So Boise State just needs to do a little bit better at containing those passes. And, I mean, they're pretty much evenly matched against this Buffs unit.
Boise State, we're going to cut into the lead a little bit. They're down 8. Here's a shot, or a fake a shot. It's a pass. Back up top. First step. Here's a shot, and that one goes wide and out of play.
Yeah, I got to be wary of that shot clock there. I mean, they have time, but not all the time, and especially if they want to start cutting into this lead come fourth quarter.
Wow, that shot from Hunter just flies above the net after Mike Krantz lost the ball.
I can't tell if that touched anything or not, but maybe it just held square for too long. You ever do that and, you want that pass back. I mean, he wanted to put that high because that's how we've seen it get past the keeper, but just a little too much flow on that. Now they're going to have to work even more against it. As another beautiful save comes from the goaltender.
Chandler Naiman, another nice save. That one, right in front of the Boise State attack. Reyes off fresh from the bench. Micheletti for a pass. We'll just hand it off to Reyes, who now stands in the face-off circle. Reyes speeds up, makes a move. Reyes backs off, finds a pass too high for Shirley, and Roos will let it go out of bounds. Boise State will take control.
Yeah, Verb just missed a tape measure pass that we just saw. I mean, you can talk about CU's strengths and weaknesses, but one strength that they clearly do have is just their ability to pass and the chemistry they have. So,
ball loose, and Naiman scoops it up. He covers and sends it out to start the next rush for the Buffaloes. And a nice whack there. And Shirley still has the ball. Shirley finds Drew McConaughey.
That's a familiar name, right, Alex?
It is. McConaughey playing in his first game this season for the Buffs after the men's D1 hockey team season came to a close last weekend.
And he's
got a goal tonight, looking for his second, holding on to it behind the Bronco net.
Some great production. I mean, we call his name so much in hockey, and I mean, it seems like when he's out there, we kind of make that same distinction. So, of course, I say that as he just loses it, and now Boise State's going to take that one the other way, but that's been Boise State's strong suit all night. It's just their takeaways and ability to get the stick in there to try and start something here as we crest about 2 minutes left in this one. As I have not been running the timer.
Boise State looking to cut into the lead. Here's a shot and a save made by Naaman. I know it went past the net.
Yeah, but I think you're right. It definitely got deflected somewhere along that way. Didn't see if it was a friendly body or not, but CU just needs to be more careful with letting up those kind of shots because this team is very dangerous from far away, let alone from the point.
Keller playing good defense. Here's a shot. A nice save from Naaman. Rebound opportunity almost scooped up by Boise State and buried. Ball still loose on the turf and almost picked up by Jablonski. And now Keller has it, just traps it right in front of Naaman, lifts his stick to let Naaman take control as he airs it out towards Trevor Kunkel. Kunkel into the attacking third. Kunkel drops it off. McConaughey missed the net.
Yeah, I don't know if it's too early to do play of the week, but what a save. I mean, 5-hole in lacrosse, hockey is debatable. In lacrosse, you're done. You're not saving that. And to just get get down there like that and then air it out to start that breakaway, which almost found its way in the net. I mean, that does take a kind of appreciation, I guess. And, that's the one he'll be thanked for later on the sidelines. His team will remember him for that.
Micheletti runs in front, looking for Roos. Ball loose, scooped up by Barnett. And here comes Boise State. Jacob Kuchot. Sit behind for Peters. And now Boise State sends it up to the far side. Harris, shooting one, bounce shot, missed the net, and goes out of bounds.
We're at 12 now.
12 seconds to go in this third quarter. Time winding down. Here's a shot and a save by Naaman. It goes out of bounds with 3 seconds left. Naaman airs it out to end the third quarter. A fiery start from the Buffs. They score 5 in this third quarter. They lead 15-7.
Yeah, and what a pleasure it's been to just see this team get right back at it. And, you hear all the talk on social media about, whether or not that was just a fluke or anything like that against Virginia Tech. But it's really these kind of games where you kind of disprove all of that. And I think CU's definitely lived up to that. They've had a lot going against them, and same with Boise State. So to see both of these teams battle it out, and regardless of who comes on top of this, they're both been responding very well to what we've heard all week about them. So very interesting end to this one. 8 goals is just about insurmountable, but it is not impossible. And with a Boise State team that we've seen what they're capable of, I'm not counting them out, and I don't think you should either. All right, so with that, we're going to take just a short break, and we're going to get some fourth quarter action going in just a little bit here on Scuba Sports.
Right. 15 minutes on the clock. One more quarter of action to go from Kittredge Field. Buffs lead by 8. Kulagowski right off the face-off sends it back to Naaman. Naaman airs it out. Finds that pass. Here's Carpenter. Over to Kulagowski. Mike Kulagowski flips it back to McCartney off his stick. McCarthy just holds onto it. Lets the attackers get out there. McConaughey down to Colley. Colley looking for a shot there. Here's Nam who scoops up the loose ball. Now Keller. Over to McIntyre. McIntyre with a move. Here's a shot, and they score! Jacob Bruce has 4.
And how about it? I mean, that little bit of an awkward angle. Look, he was golf swinging right there for a second. He really had to get down to get that one to elevate that where he wanted to, but that's really where we've seen CU just thrive today, is in the slot, going up top. And of course those top shelf shots are a little bit harder to pull off, but CU's just been able to master it. And you know, I think that the scoreboard really just reflects that. They in most situations, especially with this Boise State team, you're never going to get that close, but when you have a good passing scheme to work around that, I mean, you can get anything done. So elevating the ball is what they've chosen, and they find themselves very comfortably up because of that.
So Boise State now trailing by 9, the biggest lead by Colorado today. Colorado has not trailed at all in this game. Ball loose on the turf. Naaman clamps the stick down and covers it up. Gets possession back for the Buffs. They move it up field. Carpenter finds a pass and gets it to the midfield and attackers. It's Roos. He's already got 4 tonight. Jacob Roos to the corner. Finds McConaughey. McConaughey pivots. And to back up to the far side. Now they stop play. They blow the whistle, and well, the Buffs will turn it over. Here's Josh Harris for Boise State, starting up the rush. Bounce pass. Got past his intended target, and Naaman makes a quick play on it. Ball still loose. Gardner trying to pick it up for the Buffaloes, and Harris has it for the Broncos now.
Yeah, good hustle for those middies right there. I mean, especially in this game, especially in this part of the game, that is not easy. So, you know, good on them just for getting right there and containing. And hey, that's all it takes sometimes, just 3 people to just overwhelm. And well, goal
There's
right
another
there.
goal. It's Josh Harris getting this one for Boise State.
I was so excited that I fell. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's easy to just kind of see in the way that they play how the score reflects that, and I guess to that extent, excuse me, to that extent, that is the wrong team that scored, Alex. I was on the ground when that happened, in my defense. Yeah, but no, Boise State, you know, for their own right, they've been doing a lot of things right tonight. And, you know, it was a little bit harder to see that, you know, with the coverage being a little bit delayed. But they just got on the wrong foot. And, you know, I think this game could easily be a lot closer. But, of course, it's hard to look at that score and just not be, you know, not be a little disgruntled about it.
Here's a shot and a save by Naaman. Off the stick of Peyton Voda. Boise State still with possession, now trailing by 8. Here's a shot that just goes high over the net off the stick of Mason Scott. Boise State will keep possession with just about 50 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, it's a time where you really got to turn it on right now. And as you just saw right there, that one was a little too far inside, but you can kind of see what Boise State's trying to do here, where they're really trying to isolate these players by maybe double teaming or getting another body on there. But a lot of this today has been just the work of the of the middies, and of course the transition battle. It feels like every game where that's really what it comes down to at this level.
Jack Hunter to the far side. Send it behind the Buffalo net. Scott up top to Morrison. Hunter. Guarded by Jack Ryan. Hunter loses the ball, and Jack Ryan with some good defense to steal it away. Gets up to McCarthy as he starts the rush for the Buffalo. McCarthy with some speed. Pass over. Here's a shot from Colley that just misses the net. So Buffalo keep possession. Here's Roos over to Gardner.
Yeah, this game's been a lot, but it hasn't been dry. I mean, this is two very high-flying offenses, and to see them get these, cross-field passes and, elevated shots, it has not been a boring game. I can tell you that much. And I think people think all, not close games are are boring, but it's been very entertaining to see how Boise State plays in this one, and that same goes for CU.
Well, and here's Boise State. Trying to cut in the lead a little more. Bannister shoots one and scores. Jackson Bannister cuts the lead down to 7 for the Broncos.
Yeah, as I said, it's a very simple sport if you want it to be. I mean, you can have all these techniques and that kind of thing when you get in the box, but there are some players that just see this game from a very different perspective. So, seeing someone like that get in exactly where they need to be and know what they want to do with it. He wanted to go far left, on the outside of the goalkeeper, and he got it. So, I for one can appreciate sometimes how you can kind of just slow this game down and get in your own terms with the ball. Excuse me.
Carpenter steals the ball back for Colorado. Now here's Dominic Jablonski. Passing up front. Here's a shot, and they score. Roos has another. He's got 5 tonight. And with 8:40 to go, that looks to be the nail in the coffin. 17-9.
5 goals. I mean, yeah, not much to say about it. It's as I gave the point to the wrong team. Yeah, not much to say about that. And it's really about the response that we want to see here from CU. No matter who they're playing, no matter what the temp is, it is very cold out here. So I think just how we see them respond and get back on things, because they're going to be playing some very fast-looking offenses, and it's going to be about how they can respond quickly with their own offense. That's going to set them apart here if they want to make it big in the MCLA.
Kuligowski lost it. They stopped play. And just like that, the Buffs turn it over. Boise State moving up the near side. Go down low. Corner loose off the stick, and the Buffs steal it back. Carpenter able to get that pass over to Micheletti.
Yeah, that's really been something. Oh.
Shot, that just missed.
Yeah, and a beautiful pass to set that up. It feels like Boise State's passes can sometimes go 50-50, and while they have great legs and shooters that can get up front, if you have a CU defense like this that is able to get people on an island, well, there's not much to say in the way of Yeah, just that. I mean, a team that can pass well, it doesn't matter how you trap people with the ball, how you force them to the edges. They're just going to get bailed out every time because they know who their outlet is and they play it very well.
Gardner starts play back up for Colorado. Gardner in front, and that shot missed the net. Tough shot for Colley. Keller lowers the shoulder. Keller still has it. Keller backs up. Now begins again, trying to run past the defense. Passes in front, and that one just missed the net.
Yeah, hurt a stick there. And first, it's good to see it's been doing. Boise State, for the most part, has been protecting their own crease. So you got to get a lot more creative with those. You need to be a lot more further away. You need to elevate that ball a lot more. And, well, it hasn't been too much of a contest for CU.
Here's McIntyre. Trying to centering pass. Good deflection from the Broncos. Now the ball loose on the turf. Broncos trying to scoop it up, in which they do. And they're still trying to get a pass away, and they get it. Slung it down. And they slow things down. It's a turnover, and the Buffs are able to take possession back.
Yeah, the referees were all over that one, and now CU takes it their own way. We're approaching the, about 6:20 mark. CU is going to be playing on their own terms. If they get that ball, they're going to be doing delay tactics. They're not looking for those big shots. They're just going to be playing like hot potato with it. And when you have a shot clock like that, why not?
Craig Nam. Nam, tough angle shot. And that one just misses. And possession remains with Colorado. Bruce to the far side, and now they start it back up top. It's Keller. Keller lowers the shoulder, takes down a player, now shoots one and scores! What a play from Weston Keller! And with just about 5.5 to go, the Buffs now doubling up the Broncos 18-9.
How much is that for Keller?
That's his second.
Yeah, we've been saying his name a lot, just in transition and, being a really good pair of legs. It's just been a very high-flying line for the CU squad. So I don't think anyone on that team is worried about their depth. And, I for one, just can't tell when the depth is out there. They kind of match that intensity, match what needs to be done, and, they understood the assignment right there. Just keep it in their own zone and get a good look down low.
Kuligowski takes off the face-off. The ball whacked out of his stick and taken by Boise State. That pass off the mark, but will be corralled by the Broncos. Ball popped free again, and the Broncos again take control, and they turn it over. Buffs get possession back. Too high for Carpenter, and Boise State steals it right back the other way. It's Cooper Vale. It's a pass down low. Now they start the setup. Under 5 to go from Boulder. Moving in, there's a pass in front. That missed the net.
And not by much. I mean, that thing got a good look, and for them to be able to flip the game or flip the offense on their head right there, just to, again, this is a Buffs team that's really bent on anticipating, denying the passing opportunities, trying to deny the, sometimes challenge the shooters. So Boise State flipped the script, not flipped it, and tried to go on the left side, but Yeah, that one missed, but not by much. I could see Boise State scoring than that one there.
Just about 4.5 to go. Timeout on the field. Quick huddle for the Broncos. Buffs in 2 different huddles at the moment. And now they break it, and they're ready to start things back up here at Kit Field for the final 4.5.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to pull apart both of their lines to finish this game out. So, you've got both lines that are coming out talking to each other. You've got you got both attack insides going to be talking to each other. So, yeah, it's been a real pleasure to see both of these teams play out here. And the score differential got ugly quick, but I mean, Boise State's individual players and that kind of thing has been really fun to watch, but CU just has the teamwork nailed, and that's what makes it so exciting coming out for these games. It's just seeing how they can get those chemistry and those good passes out.
That was a good pass. That shot misses the net. So Boise State, once again, will start things up with just under 40 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, speak of the devil. Great pass there.
Down behind the Buffalo net. Harris trying to grab it behind the Buff net. Just heaves it back out. Time running out. Here's the shot. And it's deflected away. David Baker making the save there. Replacing Chandler Naiman for the final 4 minutes and change for the Buffaloes. Carpenter airs it out. They'll float around the midfield line, and Hamilton trying to get that over. And he's taken down to the turf. Broncos steal possession back. Pass in front. Hunter scores. Jack Hunter gets the Broncos into double digits. It's 18-10.
Yeah, what a great pass. I mean, you kind of saw that breakaway coming, and goalie did his best to stop it. But, yeah, for a Boise State team where they've been struggling a little bit to get those in-motion passes in, that one was right in the cradle, got it right where we wanted it, and, there's not much the goalie can do about that. So, just a very nice one-timer equivalent. I'm a hockey person, so very, very great breakaway.
Buffs are allowed to take possession off the face-off. You can see some new faces. McConaughey passes down to Hamilton. Then Hamilton in the corner. Back up to McConaughey. Now here's Umutian. Passing to the far side. Pass down low. McConaughey on the near side. Up top. They're just doing the rounds, just killing time.
Yeah, 90 seconds. I couldn't believe when I first saw that. That is a long shot clock, so they're going to burn every second they can here. No,
There's
they're not.
a shot in the goal for Alec Umutian.
No, they're not. I'm a liar.
19-10.
Yeah, not much to say about that one. Use the skill right there just to get enough power on that one that there was just no drop at all. He got all of it that he wanted and finds the back of the net. Every Buffalo seems to have done pretty easily so far when the Boise State defense keeps collapsing on the players.
19-10, 2.5 minutes to go from Kittredge Field in Boulder. Broncos will take possession off the face-off. It's Aiden Bush. Has the ball knocked out of his stick. Gallardo can't pick it up for the Buffaloes. It's floating towards midfield, and the Broncos keep possession. That pass off the mark and stolen by Carpenter. Carpenter passes over to McConaughey. Down low. And that one off the stick of Connor Chesson.
Yeah, good hustle there from both squads to keep matching that. They want to play the full 60 minutes, so.
Final 2 minutes from Boulder with the Buffs leading by 9. Pass down behind the Buffalo net. Up top. Doing the rounds. Pushed away from Baker. Still looking for a pass. Harris in front of Baker right now. Here's a shot. That missed the net. Couple of good shots from Boise State, but I think if there's one thing that kind of hurt them is that the accuracy of the shots of the Buffs was much higher. There were plenty of shots here tonight that felt like they were just off the mark and just a little wide of the net.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that like right here. They try to make it so that they kind of lure you in, and hey, it just worked for them right there. Boise State goal. But they really make it, so that it's like a trap almost, where you're inviting the player to run to your right to kind of, be jockeyed and be led over to the right or the left, and the goalie's kind of anticipating it. So they have an idea of exactly what they want to do against these teams, and sometimes
Luke Lowacki, with about a minute to go, looks like he may have scored the final goal of tonight's game.
we saw him within the last 30 seconds of a halftime. So, and with the teams playing like this, I wouldn't call that the last goal. With these two teams playing the way they have been, even this late in it.
Here's another shot, and Baker makes that stop. 48 seconds to go.
Well, the intensity hasn't gone anywhere, and the discipline, I guess, hasn't either. It's going to be a flag. I saw, flags everywhere, so it's going to be interesting to see if they call anything for an advantage, and if they do, that'll take us to the end of this one. This would be against Boise State. I don't know what direct. Yeah, against CU actually.
So Boise State will have an advantage for the rest of the game.
The advantage for Boise State. Excuse me.
Just floating behind the Buffalo net. Still loose. Gruner trying to pick it up for Colorado. And Boise State allowed to keep possession. 27.7 left in Boulder. Up top, here's a shot that sails over the net. Off the stick of Brett Wheeler.
That's still out of the park. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bit of fencing that thing got over, so way too much mustard on that one. But the communication's been nothing short of great for this Boise State team. But
that one off the mark as well, and another flag comes out. Looks like this one might go against Colorado as well. But there's only 13 seconds left on the clock.
As I forgot to stop the timer. Yeah, 13 seconds left. And if this is against Colorado, I'm going all out for this last 13 seconds. I want to see something, and you can't make a team feel too comfortable getting out of a game. So, yeah, if I'm Boise State, I'm giving them everything because you want to keep a team on your toes no matter how bad you're being beaten by. Kind of set the tone for the next game.
Here's that shot, and they score. Final goal of this game will belong to Chase Hahn. 19-12 looks to be the final score with just 5 seconds remaining.
That's all Boise State needed. I mean, you may think it's just crazy to say that like a goal like that matters, but
and look at this. They're putting in Major Powell, who has not seen any action tonight, for the face-off for Colorado. The third face-off specialist for this team. And it's cleanly won by Boise State, but it's too little too late. That'll do it. The final score from Kittredge Field, 19-12. The Buffaloes take down the Broncos and prove that the win over Virginia Tech was not just a fluke, and they come out and they dominate over the Buffs, or over the Broncos.
That was something I was a little bit nervous of. I think we all were, seeing the post. I saw a lot of people that had their skepticism to see whether or not they could match it. So seeing them come in with that narrative, and you couldn't see that at all. I mean, they were playing the exact same way that they wanted to. The passing was just amazing, and I think both teams did a great job for communicating. But in terms of getting that accuracy and that kind of thing, just CU just extends the tape measure. They make whatever pass they want. So when you get that against a Boise State team who likes to challenge the shooter, not the outlets that they're kind of trying to pass to, CU finds their easy looks, and the score definitely reflects that. And that's not to say Boise State didn't do stuff in their own right tonight.
So the Buffs win by 7. Very convincing win for the Buffaloes as we approach almost 9 p.m. here in Boulder.
It's 3 below freezing. 6 below freezing.
It's a cold one. It was a cold one. As the Buffaloes defeat the Broncos. 19-12 the final score for Nick Evans. I'm Alex Roberts saying so long from Boulder, Colorado. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast here on Scuba Sports, and we hope you tune in to our next lacrosse broadcast. But stick with us if you want more Buffs Club sports action. We'll be at Scott Carpenter Park tomorrow evening for the club baseball team taking on Air Force.
Looking forward to it, Alex.
And with that, we say goodnight. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Stay warm out there, everyone. It's a cold one in Boulder. You heard it here first on Scuba Sports. Good night.